Insight 11. You already fucking know. And man, real quick, we just want to tap in and talk about knowing yourself, man, in the world of people that don't know their motherfucking selves. In the world where people don't know themselves, a lot of people are going to make you lose track of yourself. Because, you have to understand that attention is energy. So there's a bunch of people even me, trying to get you to pour your attention into their video platform, trying to get you to pour their attention into your life, trying to get you to pour your attention into their company, trying to get you to pour your attention into their medical products. Point is, we live in a world where people are constantly fighting for attention. We are in the digital age, pretty much, where people are developing mental ADHDs, or people to the point that can't even actually sit down and focus on something for extended periods of time because their attention is so scattered. So in a world where our attention is so scattered, that means our energy is going to be scattered as well. And we're going to have to learn to center ourselves and find our equilibrium within this world full of thoughts and feelings that's constantly trying to take our attention away from what's actually important. What I'm here to remind you of, what's actually important is yourself. Yes, so that's right. What's the number one priority is yourself. The number one priority is to make yourself the number one project in your life. Because a lot of people can sit back like me in their life and feel inadequate about themselves. Feel like that they're not necessarily good enough and things like that. And a lot of the times these feelings are not necessarily even justified. A lot of times these are just feelings that we manifested just based upon our childhood upbringing, just sometimes due to having parents that may not really understand what they're doing during the childhood raising process, right? So we may create this mentality, this firmament, this mind frame of limitation, and we might need to go within ourselves and actually remove that negative wiring and actually replace that negative wiring, which is subconscious in nature, basically. So we have to go deep within ourselves and do a goddamn deep car wash so we can actually allow ourselves to bring forth the internal facets of the hidden universe that is within us, so we can actually expand our awareness and give birth to something new. Because believe it or not, just like how babies get born out of their mama's ass and shit like that, you're gonna give birth to a new mind out of your own goddamn fucking mind. That's right. Because one time I had a dream that I gave birth to a baby, and what that means basically was I gave birth to a new state of mind and shit like that, right? A version mind. Now keep in mind, I ruined it, so I'm kind of working my way back and shit like that, right? But in a world where everybody is fighting for your attention, I'm begging you, give that attention back to yourself, because you deserve to know yourself better. You deserve to love yourself better. You deserve to heal yourself better. All these things should be inalienable rights. Yet this world would dare to take you away from yourself and mask you and give you a mask that is not truly you. See, this is my fight, man. This is what pisses me off about the world. Because this world, man, it creates a bunch of fake people that think being fake is the right and good thing to do, based on them not having the courage and confidence to be who truly they are. And then we allow the world to trample and walk all over us. Tell you, hey, get this student loan. Hey, you need to get this house at this age. Hey, you need to get this college education. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying none of these things are negative or bad, but what I'm saying is we need to have a plan for ourselves and not plan ourselves around our parents' mind, around our teacher's mind in school, especially if you're the type of person that may be like, people pleasing and stuff like that. I knew I had that nature at a younger age and shit like that. So with that people pleasing shit, all that shit is gonna do is take your energy away from yourself. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. Give that energy back to yourself, because when you give your attention back to yourself, you're able to multiply that energy and stuff like that. You're able to start building assets. You're able to start building information. You're able to start developing your character. You're able to learn about yourself more. Because like I said, attention is energy, and there's a lot of attention-seeking ass motherfuckers in the world. Now keep in mind, there's nothing wrong with being attention-seeking. Shit, I'm out here seeking attention. There's nothing wrong with seeking attention. But because it has to do with Leo, the fifth house, entertaining something, having fun. And there's nothing wrong with entertainment. There's nothing wrong with having fun. There's a time and place for that, right? But are we being processed by someone else's entertainment system that is not actually yielding us benefits in the long term? Because when I look at the black entertainment industry, and when I look at what it has done to so-called blacks in the West and blacks in the West, as far as the culture it has inspired, the self-destructive culture and things like that, these things are not positive influences to actually lead us forward to live a positive lifestyle. Now keep in mind, like I said, there's nothing truly good or bad, but certain things do indeed lead to destruction, right? Certain things do lead to destruction, because we need to understand a lot of the things that people do are just based on lower animalistic natures, lower animalistic desires to keep the demon alive inside of you. Because a lot of people unknowingly will fight to keep the parasite, the same state of mind, the same thought, the same feeling that's been influencing their life negatively or moving their life towards a negative direction and fight to keep that because they don't know that basically they subconsciously feel safe in it and they don't know how to be anything else, right? So when you see someone being in their 30s 40s, it's like their whole life has been bullshit. It's almost like they're solidified into that bullshit. So you have people subconsciously walking around whom believe potentially that they're inadequate. They believe they ain't shit. Man, they might not even have a good self-image, a good healthy way of seeing themselves, man. So it's like, if we don't learn to give our energy or attention back to ourselves from these goddammit parasitical institutions like politics, for example, entertainment, goddammit, like those are the parliaments, man, the structure of the world, the religions and stuff like that, understand that all these things are designed to suck your energy. If I'm your boyfriend and I'm a narc, I'm gonna be preying on your motherfucking attention because I'm motherfucking empty on side, right? So if I'm empty inside, I'm gonna need to get that shit outside of me. Now that plays out in all circumstances of life. So if people are empty within, they're not fulfilled within, they can't create their own fulfillment, they can create their own happy day. That means they gotta go outside of them to get these things. And that's where I, as a person who creates problems for you psychologically and subconsciously behind closed doors, will market you a product to make money off of your problem. But we need to understand that the same people that give us these solutions in society, whether it's self-help, self-development, all these things. And I'm not saying these things are wrong, but what I'm saying is there's a certain approach to these things. Because like a lot of the times you can stay in like a loop. You can go from one program to the next, like some crazy shit, looking for something that's already inside of you. A lot of the times we'll be looking for external examples, external validations to remind us of what's already inside of us. And, you know, we're all part of the family of God and shit like that, or whatever you want to call it, you know, the space, this parameter. And we all possess certain attributes, certain characteristics, or particular alignments and shit like that, that make us who we are and stuff like that. So the more we learn about astrology, the more we learn about our numerology, these things actually pinpoint who we are in real time. So we can actually begin to use these tools so we can learn who we are, so we can actively correct ourselves as we navigate our mind as a trajectory moving through the space and time, right? Because a lot of people experience negative situations, but they might let that negative situation influence them and stop them from moving forward. You know what I'm saying? You could jump, like, you know how long it took me, for example, to start really, really liking drawing and really kind of do it almost from a genuine space? Man, it took me a long, I'm barely doing it right now. Like, I just started to get into it. But why is that? Because my whole life from the inside, I felt like I wasn't shit. And I'm not trying to sit here and be like, complain or anything. I'm just genuinely telling you what I've been thinking, what I've been feeling. Because I know that someone else out there used to go through those same things. I know someone out there that is not standing up for themselves. I know someone out there is settling for less of what they worth. And the only reason I'm talking about it is because these are my experiences. So I'm out here talking about my experiences, sharing it with people, hoping that people really find it within themselves to be the best version of themselves. Because that's the best. That's what you deserve. Nothing less. Peace out, everybody.